Morning, everyone. NWA Prepper here. It has been a busy week and a half. I just got back from that big trade show with Adventure Frontier. SHOT Show was the name of it. I'm sure if you watched a couple of my videos on it. So that went really well. Had some really good contacts, lots of meetings. I'm sure it'll be reflected on Adventure Frontier's website soon. But one of the big things that I always take out of going on that trip, because I've been blessed to go for a few times. It's a lot of fun. Sorry, folks. So it's a lot of fun being with my two best friends and just spending a week doing things surrounded by, everything outdoors related, firearms and backpacks and knives and stuff like that. I don't, however, like the flying portion of it. And I never have. And most people are like, well, you're a big guy, that flying can't be comfortable. Well, that's true. Excuse me, but that's not what I don't like about it. Things that I don't like about it are that it limits my EDC. It limits my comfort items that I can carry. And I certainly don't like that. When we head out, and of course, everyone giggles at the sporks, the little CRKT eating tools that I carry. Everyone giggles at those. But those served a purpose, and they still do. They are just a little short, stubby fork. They're not the best. They're not the best eating tool out there for backpacking food or any kind of food, because they're so short. But what I do like about them, what is wonderful about them, is that a spork is a tool that is allowed on aircraft and through security. So that being said, that tool has a lot of features in it that I like. I mean, if I can't have my multi-tool and my pocket knife, but I can have a spork. It's got a straight edge screwdriver. It's got some nut drivers. It's got the tines on the spork, and it's got a handle conducive to holding as a defensive weapon with practice. And so I like that, but that's really the only tool that you can take through the security checkpoints and onto the plane. I can check the rest, and we do. So as soon as we get out of the airport, then we can gear up. But it was just that discomfort. And this last time, and knowing that when we left, that there were several, I'm not going to say disgruntled, but there were several frustrated TSA agents, and there were some that weren't there. They were calling in sick. And so with those things being said, I don't think security might have been as tight as it normally is, because they're frustrated and ready to go home. But then on the way back, they had started to get paid again. And they weren't not going to get paid. They're getting back pay. That's a whole other thing. But just that discomfort of being without the tools that I'm usually equipped with makes me uncomfortable. The good thing about it is also reinforces my mind to keep my head on a swivel, to stay aware of my surroundings. And sometimes it's easy to forget to do that. So that's the best thing about it. Of course, once we start to land, my ears don't pop very easily. So the pressure, I become uncomfortable because of the pressure from that, and that sucks. And so I feel limited in my hearing ability for a couple of days after I fly. And so that time I'm also at a little bit more of a disadvantage than normal. Anyway, those things in consideration, I'm very glad to be home, back in NWA where I belong, back working every day. I enjoyed the vacation. It was a lot of fun. There are things that I like about SHOT Show. I did get called out for trying to film on the floor. That kind of sucked. I don't like to get in trouble. I don't like to get my hand slapped. But I did get to do something this time I've never done before on a SHOT Show trip. Is the three of us that went, we went and got dropped off at one location, and then we at the edge of town, and then we went out and kind of, not really a set trail. I mean, there was a path, but anyway, got to go on a walk, and the humidity's way different, and the temperature's different, and the scenery's different. And it wasn't terribly long. It was only like a mile or a mile and a quarter. It was not a hike, but it was a walk. And I liked that. That was a lot of fun. We were at no shortage of walking last week. The least amount of steps that I took all of the last 7 days we were gone was almost 14,000 steps. So that was a good thing. I got lots of walking in. But I'm back. Got some great ideas, some new products to look at, and got a lot I'm going to start talking about. I'm ready to spill my guts. Along those lines, thanks for your patience. I know I haven't posted in about a week. And I'll talk to you later. Let's get ready.